Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week. That's right, during the week, that we can discuss here on the BuzWeaver channel. I want to thank all you guys for your continued support. That's everybody on BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, as well as everyone here on YouTube as we make it through 2025.
We start things off from the New York Post. That's right, our girl, Bonnie Blue. Well, maybe not necessarily our girl or our friend, but you know the expression. Porn star Bonnie Blue faces up to 15 years in jail after being detained over a clash bus stunt in Bali, which is not any surprise to anyone who knows anything about this individual. Police in Bali have yet to release additional information following the arrest last week of controversial OnlyFans model Bonnie Blue and 17 male tourists, including 15 Australians, who have since been released on suspicion of breaching Indonesian strict anti-pornography law. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important to note here, and I know because you guys who are subscribers to the BuzWeaver channel and maybe even viewers, particularly who hit the like button when they know these things, because you guys are astute, you guys are shrewd, you guys know what's going on, and that is, if you go to a foreign country, it is imperative that you understand that you are going to a different country. It has different laws, it has different cultures, it has different customs, and you must understand that. And Tim Pool pointed this out, and it's true about Indonesia. In this particular region, it is predominantly Muslim, right? It's predominantly Muslim. So it's you need to do your research. They probably still knew and did it anyway, because this is just what human beings do. People just do dumb things. That's just what we do. It prosecuted and found guilty under the law Blue, whose real name is Tia Billinger, and who gained fame for having adult activity with 1,057 men in 12 hours in a documentary about her career. Career seems like a bit of a stretch for the description, but I totally understand. Faces up to 15 years imprisonment in Indonesia and files up to 6 billion rupiah, which is what they use there, versus baht in Thailand and stuff like that. You know, each region has their own form of currency. Approximately 541,000, which are the maximum penalties. And in the article, as it continues, it says, if the invisible hand should, be part of this. In other words, if the right amount of money is paid, then she will be released. My apologies, everybody. The container shut down again for NVIDIA. I'll have to troubleshoot that again, despite the fact that of doing a complete Windows repair. So I'll have to troubleshoot that later. But here is one of the arrest of some of the individuals there. I'm going to assume that these were some of the Australians that were involved in this. Individuals with shirts covering their heads being loaded into a vehicle by Indonesian police during raids in Bali. And as you can see, they arrest everyone, just like ICE does here in the country. And if some of these people were or were not involved, then they're released. And that's the way it works here. And so here she is right here. And fascinating story. Now, I don't know if the clash bus itself, now you may be wondering why I don't say the actual name here. Well, because of, again, the family-friendly filtering and so forth that goes on there with YouTube. And I could probably say it anyway, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, OnlyFans star Bonnie Blue faces 15 years in Bali, as we already know. But don't worry, we don't want to worry too much about our girl Bonnie Blue. We want to go over here and see what the latest is to see if the invisible hand worked. And how we have from news.com.au, so just be prepared because of the way they do their sites. The video is probably going to play as soon as I scroll. So sex worker Bonnie Blue blacklisted, deported from Bali. So Bonnie Blue has paid the ultimate price for her schoolies stunt. I guess that's an expression they use there in the UK. With Indonesian officials confirming she is being removed from the country. So she's out of there. Now, here we go. I told you it was going to happen because that's just the way these Dumb things work. All right, so porn star Bonnie Blue will be deported and blacklisted from entering Indonesia for at least a decade, says Indonesian Immigration Department head. At a press conference outside of the Ngurah Rai Immigration Office on Thursday, as of this recording, Immigration Chief Heru Winarku said Blue and her team had breached their visa privileges. Of course they did, because they came there on a visa for, obviously, tourism probably, or a visitor, and they were doing business there. So, obviously, that's going on. But, of course, it violates their laws as well, their local laws and so forth. But that's not an issue for these people. That's the whole thing of being edgy, right? Being edgy and doing risky things. That's all part of this sort of industry sometimes. They have misused the visa. They have to make content in Bali, Mr. Winarko said. They will be blacklisted for entering Indonesia for at least 10 years. That could be extended. Blue and her three-man crew, including Australian comedian Julian Woods, will be deported as soon as the police investigation has been complete, the Daily Telegram report. So they didn't want to lose face, right? They didn't want to just release her because she's a tourist doing stupid things, because people do stupid things, because that's what we do. As human beings, we do dumb things. And so they went over there to do this stunt, and they got in trouble for it. Now, I don't know how the Middle East would have handled this, but Indonesia and these regions, big conservative Muslim cultures, or even like Dubai. Like there's areas in Dubai, of course. People love to visit Dubai. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. But you got to remember, you're in a foreign country. The Constitution and laws of your country, if you're watching this as a foreigner, do not travel with you, okay? Now, they usually give tourists and so forth the benefit of the doubt because they're foreigners, and they kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. But you may remember our boy who got caned over there years ago. Remember the young boy that was caned over there? I'm not sure where he was, in Thailand, I think it might have been, and he got caned for graffiti. He just did graffiti. And so girl over here, she's trying to do her porn stuff because that's what she does, because she tries to do all this edgy stuff, and she gets herself in trouble. And the invisible hand, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, to figure out how they're going to handle this, paid some serious money. And so now our girl Bonnie Blue is barred from Indonesia, and I don't know. This is probably not going to change anything about what she does as a sex worker, or whatever it is you want to call that she does here. She's just an edgy, person. And here we are. Here's the chief here, making the announcements and stuff. Of course, they want to save face, man. Don't go to someone's country and junk it up with your nonsense. Just don't do that. That's just rude. You're a guest in these people country. Have some damn respect, man. Give me a break. Nonetheless, guys, that's what I had for you this Friday.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. Below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, so avail yourselves to that. And of course, if you order frequently from Amazon or are a Prime member, you can use my landing page link. It is safe, your privacy is protected. And speaking of privacy online, my favorite VPN, virtual private network, is TrustZone. You guys know how affiliate marketing links work, but they do help out the channel. But most of all, of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments, and your participation and engagement here on the channel, including hitting the like as well. All that stuff helps out the channel, and I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for your continued support. BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey. Amazing what's happening on Rumble and Odyssey, actually on all of them. It's really kind of interesting, but thank you so much for that support. And of course, appearing there on the screen, that's going to be the channel icon for those watching on YouTube specifically. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as select notifications. And that way you guys will know when the next vlog is out there. So I will see all you guys behind the Galaxy phone camera next week.